Welcome back to Investing with Confidence. My name is Joshua David, and we are having a good time talking about the stock market today and helping people invest with confidence. Our sponsor, Online Trading Academy, on their 25th year, teaching people just like you how to get started, how to trade, how to invest with any type of market. We did have investing class tickets that we gave away in the last segment. Let's do some more. We got a text number. Text the word investing to the number 210-210. That's for investing class at our local academies. Text the word investing to the number 210-210. You're also going to receive a quick start kit, and this kit will actually help you get started right away. Last segment, we were talking about different techniques and strategies for people that are nearing their retirement years, looking to retire within the next 5 to 10 years, and strategies and how to prepare for that. But we also talked about strategies for people that are retired and what they can do now to hopefully live those golden years that they're looking to continue to live that lifestyle. So in this segment, we're going to talk about some different market correlations, some different current events and what's happening in the market right now. As I talked about now in the segment, I think it was segment 4 last week, we talked about correlations with like the S&P 500 and the U.S. dollar. The U.S. dollar is kind of the king. It runs a lot of different markets.
Right.
And when you see correlations, as in this example I had talked about, a supply zone in the S&P 500 and then a demand zone here on the U.S. dollar, for people that are on the YouTube, they can kind of see what we're doing here. There's opportunities to increase your odds. And you can really see it. The demand zone on the dollar has been respected. Mm-hmm. It's really popped off that demand zone, which is causing some of this stock market weakness, right? So we kind of see how it continued throughout the week here. But that's when you have more odds in your favor, you can make better investing decisions. It's all about having those odds. And then you, as you talk about all the time, putting low risk, high reward, and then high probability entry points into the market. And I know you had a stock, Al, that you wanted to look at. It was Twitter, right?
Right.
So Twitter, as of the recording of the show, in between $40 and $44, is kind of moving around in there. Now, what's your take on that? We had earnings just recently. What's some of the things that happened there, and why you have to make better decisions based off of price charts?
Yeah, the reason I asked you to pull that one up is that they did have bad earnings, and even their guidance forward was negative, yet the stock was up. So and the point I want to make here is that what you think is logical, what you think should happen, doesn't always happen. We've seen several stocks during the earnings season that have missed earnings, yet their price has gone up. We see some stocks where they have beat earnings, and their guidance forward is good, is positive, and it goes down.
Yeah, we look at Amazon, too. They had, according to this, it was a rough earnings. It was a negative 32 cent surprise, and price gapped up.
Yeah, I think that's, and sometimes it's just what they say about their forward guidance.
Yep.
And then that's all. That's
release.
Their opinion.
Yeah.
It's not factual. But the point I want to make here is that if you really want to be successful and do this with confidence and not add stress to your life, take your opinion and what you think is logical out of it and just go back to those facts. We're going through a period of time here where things are different, where what's supposed to happen economically and financially isn't always happening. And there's too many financial relationships that make sense that right now aren't making sense. It's just more imperative than ever to, number one, protect yourself. Make sure you understand or the techniques and the strategies to have protection of your assets, but also how to grow them with what's going to be outperforming. It might mean you have to be more flexible than you were in the past. You have to have the ability to make changes quickly because what you might have been relying on before may not be working anymore. There's always something that's going to be working, and the price of assets is always going to be impacted by the facts that we talked about before. Price will not go up in something no matter how good the company is unless people are buying. Price will not go down in value no matter how bad something is unless people are selling. It's those two components that are extremely important for your potential to be successful. And that's really what we do. We really concentrate on those two components, buying and selling. Not necessarily who's doing it, but we know that with our strategy where you're identifying the zones that you've been talking about, a demand zone and a supply zone. A lot of people that are listening might not know what we're talking about. When you come into these classes, we're going to show you that. We're going to show you why it's imperative to be able to identify on a price chart, no matter what it is, whether it's a stock or a futures contract or a Forex contract or an options contract, where the buyers are, where the sellers are, so you can participate with them. And you really need to be able to identify what their activity is going to be before they actually do it. Because once an unfilled order, and let's say in a demand zone, let's just call a demand zone an area where there could be millions of buy orders that are unfilled, that are waiting to be filled. They want to be filled, but they're going to wait until the price comes down to that demand zone. Then they enter the market. Well, if you get in after that's happened, you've already missed out on a good part of the move. So you want to be positioned ideally to be ready so your trading platform, whatever brokers you're using, that does the work for you. It automatically gets you into a position. What if you're wrong? Well, one of the most important things that we teach our students is how to make sure if you're wrong, any loss that you have, any potential loss is a very small one. Never have a big loss. Never let that happen to you. You're going to have small wins that kind of offset those small losses, but then you've got the big wins that are out there that you can take advantage of.
Yep.
And it's not the number of wins compared to losses. It's the amount you win compared to the amount you lose. So you have to keep the losses very small and then let the winners run and identify when to get out of a winning trade before it turns and goes against you. That's identifying a proper target.
Yeah, that's the key, and we talk about that a lot in these investing classes. Have your set points before you even place that investment. Know where you're going to get in. Know where you're going to get out before you even click that button, because then you eliminate the motion. Let the computer do it for you. The platform is actually, the Online Trading Academy has their own platform, and it's actually designed for you to, I hate saying the word set it and forget it because some people don't like that phrase.
Right.
But you set your trades and you let the computer work for you. It'll execute automatically for you. So that way, if you have a job, you have the opportunity to still work that job, but still do some trading and investing. So if you want to see more about that, we have these investing classes to give you more guidance on making smarter investing decisions. But also, we're talking about a lot of terms here. We're going to identify and define some of those terms that we're speaking about here today. Supply, demand, odds, probabilities, what that stuff really means in these investing classes. Text the word investing to the number 210-210. That's text the word investing to the number 210-210 for 2 free tickets and a quick start kit to help you get started right away. Al, you teach a lot of these investing classes, and we see a wide variety of people coming in.
We do.
What do you think is kind of like the average person that comes in? Like, what type of people do you see come to these classes?
I'm not sure that there is an average person, but the people we're seeing coming in, Josh, either have not been in the market before because they are afraid, they don't have the knowledge. There are people that have been in the market and have gotten burned, or there are people that maybe are in the market and want more consistency, or people that have been done very well that just want to protect what they have. So we really kind of see just about everybody, but almost I'd say regardless of what your situation is, regardless of what your goal is, there is a way of benefiting from the markets. And that's what we do. We want to make sure you understand what the opportunities are, how to take advantage of those opportunities. One of the things you mentioned that I want to say before I forget, when you were talking about the platform that we use that makes people kind of follow a set of rules. If you try to put together a trade or investment that goes against what is beneficial to you, to your unique individual, to you as a unique individual, it's going to tell you not to do the trade. It actually comes up with a warning. And I'm not sure that there's anything else that does that out there, but that's one of the components I think that can help you do this with more confidence.
It's kind of like that seatbelt warning. You hear that beeping after you go about 8 miles an hour. It tells you to put your seatbelt on and protect yourself.
That's a good analogy.
You know, one of the things that you can learn in these investing classes is how to make those smart investing decisions. So as Al is talking about, if you're new to the markets or you've been trading and investing for many, many years and you're just looking to do better, come to one of these investing classes. They're free. But I just want to talk about something real quick here. You mentioned something in the last segment that I don't think really people understood. Is you talked about what is your dreams? What are your aspirations? I think people have forgotten how to dream. It is time to start dreaming and reaching those dreams that you have, reaching those goals and objectives that you do have, which might include doing something a little bit different. You know what? Come to one of these investing classes. That might be that different thing to help you reach those goals or have the opportunity to do so. Text the word investing to the number 210-210. Al, you have great words of wisdom every week, but you also have great tips. Let's hear today's OTA tip of the week.
You know, Josh, people say wisdom comes from learning from your mistakes, but true wisdom actually is achieved when you learn from the mistakes of others. Any mistake you can make has already been made by someone before. So if you try to achieve wisdom through experiences, it's like taking an exam before you read the book or you take the course. That's the hard way. That's the wrong way. Yeah, remember, learning the wrong lesson doesn't constitute wisdom. One of the valuable components of the Online Trading Academy is access to the people that can help eliminate going through the mistake process and help you benefit from their experiences and their expertise.
Yeah, Online Trading Academy does have those people. They have mentors to guide you through your investing decisions. So that way, if you're new, you can do that with confidence. Once again, one last set of tickets for the investing class locally. Text the word investing to the number 210-210 for 2 free tickets. As always, same time, same place next week. Until then, retire young, my friends.